So if we're thinking about the concept of if we're pulling on something and there's some built-up velocity, right? Okay. So right now, if I see that you're exiting like just before the end of your hip, right? That means you probably stopped your pull a little bit before that. So let me show you an example on this side. Okay. So you'll see as I go into my pull and I'm pulling right around here. So if you focus on my top hand, you'll see right when it starts relaxing is right around there. So you'll see my hand kind of droop down because and that coincides with right by my hip for a long stroke. Obviously, there's different length strokes you can do, but for the most efficient stroke that I usually tell people would help you do the best for a longer test like this, you want to be doing long strokes and powering up to that point. So you'll see that my hand wraps around like just behind my hip, right? So the difference between I cut off my power at my hip and my exit happened just behind my hip. Okay. Which means that if I exit here, which is what we're seeing here, right? If you exit right there, you probably cut off your power maybe around here, right? Just a little bit before. So I want you to visualize, and you'll see like one of the differences between us two right here is when I finish my stroke, see how I'm sitting up, sitting straight up. When you finish and you're out, right, you're still kind of leaned forward, right? So I want you to finish that stroke, sit up all the way, okay? So that's the first thing that I want you to kind of see on this side. The other thing is when you come back forward, okay?
I'm lunging forward.
Yeah, I think you're getting your reach up front by mostly leaning. You could get a couple extra and with a little bit less lean by twisting a little bit more. So you'll see, you can see like how much of my back is showing here versus up here. So you can see that differential, right? There's a little bit more twist. So I'd like to see you focus on a little bit more twist up top. So your drills this week, which we'll go over in a second, like I want you to first just work on sitting straight up and trying to extend your reach as far as possible with just twisting.
No leaning. Yeah,
maximize the twist. Obviously to a point though. I don't want you to twist so much that this inside shoulder comes behind your head. Right?
So forward and then just...
Yeah. Okay. But otherwise, like, because there's a couple things that happen, and like I can explain it to you right now, but I think the concept right now is mainly thinking about that. Like explaining some of that is like you want to, when you catch in, I usually try to have people focus on catching in where your toes are, which is kind of where you're catching in, but the biggest difference between us two right now is the blade angle, right? Because you focus mostly on the lean, like your arms aren't set up in a way where it's going to be positive. So you can see the difference right now between if both shoulders are about the same lean forward, then my blade's going to be negative at that catch like this. So the way to adjust that is just, right?
Keep the bottom arm straight.
So here my outside shoulder is still a little bit more forward than my inside shoulder, and that's going to help me get a better blade angle there. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the front side and make sure that your top hand, yeah, this looks good. Yeah, so it's mostly just sitting up all the way and then catching with a little bit more twist, okay?